3. Well, good morning, Borodar. Hello there. It is Sarah Tagg from the Tagg household with the Tagg dog and the Tagg boy on the sofa. You may not be able to see him. He won't move. So, how are we all? Hope we're doing well. It's a beautiful Friday morning. Well, it's a bit dodgy, but let's not worry about that. How are we doing? If you're anything like me, we've had such a long time since the last class. I'm as stiff as a board, so I'm really looking forward to today. Really looking forward to a good warm-up. We've got a session to include some aerobic work, some strength work, all of it really functional. So it's going to be useful to day-to-day stuff and just keeping you moving, keeping you active. If anything feels wrong, you know what to do. Just adapt it. So today, our go-to exercise is going to be walking on the spot. Okay, so if anything feels wrong, if you're not happy, just walk on the spot at your pace. So what you might need before we start is a sturdy chair. If you don't think you'll need one, that's fine. And you might want some light weights. I've got my tins of lentils, green lentils today. And we've also got a little bit of water because although the weather's not as hot as it was, it's still pretty warm. So if you want to get yourself any of those, you know I will waffle on for at least another 30 seconds. And we'll think about getting started. So just make sure your area is suitable. So make sure there's nothing you're going to bump into, as clear as possible. I've still got the dodgy rug that I keep forgetting to pull up, so I'm going to be a little bit careful about that. And we'll think about getting started. So we'll warm up without music. We'll bring some music in for the main section. But for now, let's think about standing really nice and tall, really nice and tall. So feet about hip width apart. And we're going to think about just squeezing those shoulders up to the ears and back down. Good. So we're just going to take a little squeeze and back down and really think about sliding those shoulder blades down the back, opening out this chest, just drawing those shoulder blades together, squeeze it up, and then we're just going to relax those shoulders down. Will they go a little bit further? We're going to move the feet a little bit, then we'll steady them again. You might want to take them a bit wider, and we're going to take our side bend. So we're just going to lift the rib cage out of the hips and just gently, gently start to warm up that lower back. Good. So we've got quite a lot of back mobility. We've got a bit of neck and shoulder mobility in this warm-up, because I really noticed without the routine of seeing you guys, I was starting to really stiffen up. So we're going to put it all in, and then we'll get back into more of a routine over the next couple of weeks. So let's move these feet. Great stuff. So we're going to lengthen through the spine, open up that chest, little bit of movement in the arms. Just notice how you're feeling. So really important point. If you're there and you're thinking, oh, this isn't for me today, just call it a day. You can come back into this session whenever you're feeling up to it. So we never want to be exercising formally when we're not feeling well, okay? But if you're feeling well, maybe a little bit tired, we'll use this warm-up just to get us into the right place. Now, let's steady those feet again. Now, we're going to just tuck that bottom under, okay? Draw that tummy in, lift that chest, soften the knees a little bit. And we're going to, while we're here, take those shoulders up to the ears and then slide those shoulder blades down. Now, keep those hips facing forwards. And we're going to take that really gentle little twist. So when we're warming up the back, the last thing we want to do is go hoof, hoof into it. We just want to take it nice and easy. So some nice gentle twisting movements. Now for some of us, these movements, and I'm thinking of someone who lives just down the road from me, these movements don't really suit you. So just don't do these, do something different. Okay, only do what works for you. Not everything works for everyone. All right, let's bring it back to center. Let these arms go a little bit. We're just going to take a little toe tap. We're just going to push that big toe down towards the floor. Okay, couple of good mornings I think are in order. Good morning to everyone we saw when myself and Matthew were out delivering brownies to people without email or internet on our bikes. So good morning. And if Ellis Butch is watching, Ellis Butch, good morning to you, my fave. Okay, and Mum, did you get up? Did you turn it on? All right then, now bring it in. We're going to see if we can just take a couple of little heel raises and we're going to press those heels down to the floor. While we're doing this, warming up the ankles, warming up the calf muscles, we're going to just make a fist and we're going to open out these fingers. So just think about really getting these hands and fingers warmed up. Okay, really nice way of getting the wrists moving, strengthened. And then we're going to bring those heels down. Now we're going to take a little heel dig in front of us now, and we're going to draw that toe up towards the ceiling. So keep doing this. While we're doing this, I'm just going to show you what this will look like if we were seated. So remember, we can do the whole of this class seated. We just need to be slightly forwards on the chair, nice strong back. You can do pretty much everything in a seated position that you can do standing. So we're still working those core muscles, nice relaxed shoulders, but strong back. Okay, ever so slightly forwards on that chair so you can get the movements. And we're going to bring it in. Now let's see if we can just walk on the spot, take a little push forwards. And when we're going to be doing our press-ups later, remember we want those elbows below the shoulders, hands slightly wider than shoulder width apart. And then we're going to bring this down. We're just going to bring those arms to shoulder level. If you hear any sniggering, it's the boy on the sofa. You can't really see, just there. And he's got his headphones on and he's sniggering at something. So it's not us. Don't worry, he's not laughing at us. Okay, now we're going to bring it in and we're going to take some little taps out to the side. I'm going to move this chair because otherwise I'm going to kick it. Little taps out to the side. And while we're doing this, let's roll these shoulders up to the ears and back. So if doing the two things together is a little bit too much, just choose one or the other. And we're just going to roll the shoulders. And then while we're doing this, let's see if we can make those circles just a little bit bigger. Bring in some elbow circles. So if that's no good for you, just go back to those shoulder circles and then bring it in. And then we're going to keep that bottom in again. And we're going to take a little bottom squeeze. Take that foot just a small distance behind you. So these back muscles are having to work to keep you upright. Okay, try not to overarch your back. So we're just going to activate those back muscles. And at the same time, let's just gently push those hands as we squeeze behind. Now, slightly different emphasis. Let's see if we can take a slightly bigger step. Good. And while we're doing that, let's just see if we can take that little squeeze and an open of those fingertips. Squeeze and an open. And then we're going to bring it in and we're just going to gently move those feet. So let's think about bringing this arm up to shoulder level, allowing it to come back down. And then we're going to see if we can take it just as high as you feel comfortable. And as the arm comes up, as the arm comes down, just draw that shoulder blade down the back towards the bottom. Let's see if we can do one more. And we're just reaching only to your range. So if your range doesn't go as far as mine, that's okay. Just take it to your range. And then we're going to move the feet. We'll do the same on the other side. So we're keeping this chest lifted, just getting a little bit of movement that's right for you in the shoulder joint. I am laughing. I can just hear a crunching sort of movement as this hand's on the shoulder. So don't overdo it, guys. What we don't want to do is push too far. Now let's see if we can steady those feet. Let's see if we can reach out with one arm, draw that tummy button in, and just lift that rib cage out to the hips, bring it back, bring it down. Let's just move those feet. Let's do the same on the other side. Good. And we're reaching up and just lifting that wrist. So we're just getting a little bit of movement in that trunk. Right, let's get these arms moving a little bit. Let's pick those knees up a little bit. Let's step it up just a notch. But if stepping up a notch doesn't work for you, if it gets too hard, slow it down, make those movements smaller. So remember, to up the challenge, we make it faster, maybe bigger ranges of movement. To make it less challenging, slower, smaller ranges of movement, maybe just the legs or just the arms. Okay, are we ready? Let's see if we can take those taps behind us again. And we're just making the movement a little bit bigger than before, a little bit bigger. So we're opening out these hips now, opening out the hips, trying not to overarch that back. So keep squeezing that bottom, keep that chest lifted. Good. Just fell over there. It's going to happen one day, isn't it? Now, we're just going to take a little bicep curl if you feel comfortable. And then we're going to leave one foot behind you. We're going to press the heel of that back foot down towards the floor, bring it up, bring it in, move the feet. Let's do the same on the other side. So step behind, press the heel gently down to the floor, bring it in. Let's take some knee lifts. So we're bringing that knee up to hip level or slightly lower. We don't have to go higher. Good. And then we're going to bring the feet down. We're going to squeeze the heels towards the bottom. Okay. Squeeze the heels towards the bottom. Let's see if we can add a little pulse. 4, 3, good. 2, and 1. Now, let's see if we can get a punching movement going. So we're punching from the chest, shoulders drawn away from the ears. We're going to punch forwards, punch up, good, forwards and down, good. Can we do that again? Forwards, up, forwards, and down. Great work, guys. Okay, just walk it out. Just take that little roll of the shoulders, and then we're going to see if we can open out that chest. Get a really nice stretch across that chest. Bring those arms in and down. And again, draw those shoulder blades together and bring it down. Good. Just listen to that body again. Only as far as you feel comfortable. Bring it down. Now, take those little heel digs. Take those little heel digs forwards. And then we're just going to think about leaving one foot there, taking the weight onto that supporting foot, bringing the muscles in that long leg to the full range. Bring it up and back. Remember, we can do this seated as well. So we just change legs. Seated, it's going to look a little bit like this. So hand on that supporting knee and bring it back up. Lovely. And then we're going to walk it out, guys. So we're going to walk it a little bit quicker. If you can, we're going to slow it down. If you can, we're going to take it a little bit wider. And we're going to bring it back to hip width apart. We're going to steady those feet, take a nice strong stance. We're going to reach up like we did before. This time we're going to see if we can drop that hand behind you and we're going to release. Good. Let's move the feet again. Let's see if we can steady them, reach up, drop that hand behind you and release and bring those feet closer together because we're going to take a step to the side. We're going to step together, step. Good. So find your pace with this. Stepping with the outside of that foot. Good. We're going to see if we can add some arm movements. So we're going to push and pull it back. Now, let's see if we can change that arm movement again. So we're going to take that little elbow circle. Elbow circle, lovely. So we're just practicing some of the moves that we're going to be doing in the main section. Good. We're going to do 2 more elbow circles. Then we're going to bring it in and we're going to tap out and in. Good. Out and in. So this is our jack movement or a side tap. You can call it whatever you like. Good. We can do it without the arms. We can just do it with the legs. We're going to go 3 and 2 and 1. Then we're going to walk it out. We're going to take those feet hip width apart and we're going to practice those little mini squats. So remember, we're going to glue the heels to the floor, and as if we were about to sit down in that chair I've provided, we're going to just push through the heels, come all the way up, keeping that chest lifted. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can go a little bit lower, or we can stay within your range. When we're doing that, guys, keep those knees in line with that second toe. And now we're going to walk it out. All right. Warm-up almost finished. One more move to practice. So we're just going to take a little walk on the spot. You might want to walk forwards. You might be able to walk backwards for 4. You might go on the spot for 4. Are we ready? Now, last little practice before we start. Keep your feet moving. We're going to see, I've got a little list because I always get my coordination out. We're going to come out with those arms. We're going to take a forward raise and we're going to take an upright row. Good. So I'm going to shout out and forwards, upright row, squeeze those shoulder blades together and down. Okay, now if those don't suit you, just pick 1 or 2, but let's try it together. We're going to go out, lateral raise, forward, upright row, squeeze, and again, out, lateral raise, forward raise, upright row, squeeze. Good. One more time. Out and down, forwards and down, upright row, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Walk it out, guys. All right. Grab a sip of water. Gosh, I've warmed you up for hours now. Grab a bit of water, just anything you might need. If you need a quick toilet break, we're going to get the music started and we're going to go. So we got 12 stations, roughly a minute on each, but we're going to have a little bit of walking between each station. So it'll be 50 seconds on, 10 seconds recovery. Keep your feet moving. I'll get the music going. Are we ready? Okay. She says, can you hear it? If it's too loud, shout. I might not hear you. Okay, so we're going to walk for 2 minutes. I'll just check my timer. So the walking's going to get our heart rate back up to where we need to be, just in case you went to get some water, nipped off, did a bit of washing up. So we're going to get that heart rate back to where it should be. So when we're walking, ball a foot through to the heel when we walk on the spot. Remember, we can slow it down. You can add the arms, but keep that chest lifted. You are looking magnificent. All right, I might have to shut this curtain. Oh my goodness, it's more sun. Okay, woohoo! The day's looking great, guys. This is all because you've decided to do this today. Providence is shining. All right, we've got 15 seconds. Then we're going to go into our first station, knee lifts. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Now, this is the basic move. You can make it harder by making it faster. Okay, you can make it harder by adding a bicep curl. All right, find what works for you guys. Looking good. I wish you could see what I could see. Comatose dog, comatose 10-year-old, but not you guys. We're going for it. Now, if you're feeling great, yes, go for it. If you're feeling a bit Just calm it down a little bit. Listen to that breathing. Okay. 10 seconds on this one, and then we're going to walk it out. If you want to work a little bit harder, we can just ignore the recovery 10 seconds. Keep going to the next station. Walk it out, guys. Okay, now, coming up next, it's our jacks or our side taps. Let's go. So we're tapping out. We're looking for that strong core. Strong core. So keep that chest lifted. I know some of you have been talking about balance. So we're going to be adding some balance moves at the end. A lot of it to do with this core. So if we can stand nice and tall. Good. Now, if you want to add those arms. Good. Oh, bit of dolly. Okay, she couldn't be further from it at the moment. Okay. Now remember, we can slow it down. We can speed it up. It's up to you. You're in charge today, okay? I'm just making the suggestions. 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds walking. So what's coming next? Now we're going to do some press-ups. So find that little bit of wall. Don't use a door because someone can come through it. I've got the mantelpiece. So hands shoulder width apart. A little bit further than that. And let's go. Brilliant. So if you're thinking, what does she mean? Rather than having the hands this far apart, we want them a little bit wider. Can you see that? The elbows are slightly lower than the shoulders. And when you're pushing away, that nose should be able to come forwards. When you come forwards in front of the fingertips. Ooh, there's a little spider just hanging in front of us. Oh, well, I'll leave him there. Okay, keep pressing up, guys. Good, nice strong core. Chin drawn to the back of the neck. So there's fingertips. The nose should be coming just above them. Lengthen through those arms and walk it out. Good work, guys. That's 3 stations done. Next up, cardiovascular aerobic backward lunge. So, chest is lifted. So, more challenging. Arms and legs. Strong range. Speedy-ish. Okay, if we want to calm it down, we just lessen that range. Okay, not so far. We can actually just take it here. Good. Okay. Oh, it's looking good, guys. The more you move, the more that sun is shining. So keep it up. You're doing me proud. Brilliant. Okay. Right now, 3, 2, 1. Be louder. Music or my voice? Oh, apparently I need to be louder, my son says. Okay, are we ready? Didn't think it was possible. Side steps. So, you can do singles. You can do doubles. Step. I've got suddenly some really sort of fast music, so I'm going with that. But it's up to you what you go with. Now, we can add those elbow circles. But if that doesn't suit you, just stay with the steps, or you can put what you like. All right, just work it for you. As long as you're moving, that's the main thing on this station. Oh, brilliant, guys. I love it. So am I loud enough now, Thomas Tagg? I need some feedback, Thomas Tagg. Okay, we're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it out, guys. So my timing's slightly awry now, but that's okay because we're going to go into squats. Now, you can use this chair If you're not sure, but just make sure it's not going to fall backwards, we're going to come down, push up. So we practice this in the warm-up. Now you know I like to push the arms forwards if I'm feeling not quite sure of my technique. I'm still keeping that chest lifted. Okay, dropping that bottom behind my heels. That's not working for you. Find that chair. Let's try that sit to stand. Okay. Slowly lower down. Brilliant. Edge forwards, up. Find that chair on the back of the legs down. If that's not working again, sit back. Try those leg extensions. So squeezing this thigh, holding it there for a few seconds, release. Squeeze, and then change legs. So 5 or 10 on each leg. Walk it out, my friends. That was a minute. Got out of a minute of squats, didn't I? I promised to do it. I did it earlier. Now, ready, kick, kick. So just a little kick in front. I'm not talking can. We can take an opposite arm reach. Strong core. Strong core, good. Just keep that chest open. Every time we try and sort of reach forwards, it's tempting to do that. Okay, so see if we can work those abdominals, those deep core muscles. Good, you can speed it up. You can slow it down. Great work, guys. Keep it up. I'm loving what you're doing here. Brilliant. Okay, coming up next, we've got our walk on the spot. All right, 3, 2, 1. Now, we're just going to practice walking at our pace, but if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, we can make it a little bit faster. It's still low impact. I've still got one foot on the floor at all times. Good. Keep that chest lifted, or we can slow it down at any point. Now really get those arms going. Good. So this is our fallback. If any of these movements don't suit, we can just walk on the spot. We can actually walk on the spot in our chair. Good. Brilliant. Okay, you're looking fantastic, guys. Now, next up, you might want your light weights. Just recovery time. So I've got my lentils. I'm going to still keep my feet moving, okay? What we don't want to do is raise the blood pressure by using the upper body without moving the feet. So, are we ready? Out, down, forward, and down. Now, upright row. Good. Now you can do this without your weights. You can do it whatever tins you want, but keep that strong core. Now when we're doing this, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Strong elbows, out and down, going forwards, forwards. So slow and controlled. Squeeze, and that's looking good, guys. Out and down, good. Forwards. If you don't like the coordination of doing all three, don't worry, just pick one. Out, draw those shoulder blades together. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Good, I'm just going to check the time and squeeze. Let's just do one more, shall we? Out, good. Control that movement down. Oh, that's fantastic, guys. Now lift that chest, strong elbows, down, and you're done. Walk it out. All right, now we're going to do some punching. Now you can punch and just walk on the spot. What I'm hoping is we take those feet hip width apart, and we're going to do a little mini squat. Squat, up, and punch. Good. Squat, up. It's a mini squat, mind you, not a deep one. Down, punch. Down, punch. Down, punch. You can go faster, but watch those knees. We need them to stay in line with that second toe. So make sure it's controlled. Good. Punch. Now you could bring your tins in. Punch. Good. You can bring this. Oh, just be quiet. Punch. Good. Punch. Last one. And walk it out. How was that? So really nice. Something to get that heart rate going. Bit of strength upper body and lower body as well. Right, what's coming up? Hamstring curl. So again, this movement doesn't suit everyone. Pick something that does. Could be the backward lunge. Let's add that, really nice. Let's work that upper back. Good. So keep that chest lifted. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Use the back of the shoulders, back of the arms. Imagine you're pushing something away. Push it away. Keep that chest lifted. Great work, guys. Right, where's my timer? There it is. Superb. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Now this is where you might need something to help with a bit of balance. I'm going to turn my chair around and we're going to see if we can do some side leg lifts. So this leg is secure. We're just going to take that leg out to the side, nice strong core. Brilliant. Now we're doing 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. Good. Now look at my body. Look at this grey t-shirt. It's not doing that. Okay. So we're working these muscles here, not leaning to the side. So in that way, we're working these. And change legs. Okay, ready? Good. That's fantastic. Nice, strong core. So we're just taking it to your range, working these muscles in the side of the hip. Only a couple more. Last one, coming up, bring it down, walk it out. Okay, break. Now, walk it out, nice and easy. Have your sip of water. Where is it? It's hidden. Keep an eye on that breathing. Don't just stop because we're going to do it all again. If you find it really a bit too much, okay, maybe do the second round seated or just calm it down a bit. If you thought, I know what we're doing, I can go for a bit more, great. Just stay with it, guys. And we're going to have a brilliant cool down and stretch at the end. Bit of core work as well, which I desperately need. Okay, are we ready? Have that sip of water. Okay, let's walk it out. You have got 10 seconds, and then we're going to knee lift, or you can walk if you prefer. Ready, go. Now, we can make this a bit more challenging. Do you remember our little exercise from last time? We sort of brought the arms here, nice relaxed shoulders, and we were just bringing in a little bit of rotation. It's as if you're taking the lower ribs towards those knees. Again, this won't suit everyone. The slower you do it, the harder it is for those abdominals. So it's up to you. Okay? Or we can just... All right. Okay. We've got 10 seconds of these knee lifts. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out, guys. Recovery 10 seconds. Woo. Side taps coming up. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, remembering our strong core. You can imagine that you've got a tight pair of trousers on, and you're just doing it at the top button. It's not like a 100%, but it's just reminding them where they are. You right, Sam? Good. Okay. We've got another 20 seconds of these taps and jacks. Excellent work. Woo! Looking brilliant. Sounds not interested today. All right. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. It's the arm shoulder strength. So we are literally pressing up. Good. I'm just wondering if that works better for you. Probably not, but at least you don't have to watch me for a bit. Good. So it is push. And this phase, both phases, so important. Keep that chin drawn to the back of the neck. Good. You don't have to sort of drop your chin. Just keep that head nice and steady. Good. So this is going to work the shoulders. It's working the triceps. Okay? Brilliant. The chest muscles. And it's so functional. We're often doing this sort of movement. Push. You're using your body weight. Now, the further you take those feet away, the more challenging it's going to be. 3. Come on. One more. You've got it in you. Yes. Okay, walk it out. You are on fire. Brilliant. Okay, it is looking fantastic. Backward lunge. So, it's not the strength backward lunge, although if you prefer to do that, be my guest. It's the aerobic backward lunge. Okay? It's the aerobic. We want this heart to go a little bit faster. So, we should be able to talk, but you shouldn't be able to sing. As my friend Dawn Forster has told me as part of our walking project, and I totally agree with her. Good work, guys. Right, are we ready? And bring it back to that walk. So, I just got the timing wrong. You had a little break there. Let's just do 2 more backward lunges. 2 more again. Now you can walk. All right, what's next? Side steps. Step together. Good. Now let's see if we can speed it up. Maybe add a double. I'm going to do the doubler. Double. So you're restricted by the space you've got. You can add the arm movement to make it more challenging, or we can just do the leg steps. This is really great for balance, guys. We're transferring weight. Great for the heart and lungs. Great for those leg muscles, those back muscles, shoulder muscles. You're basically being kind to yourself. Okay, 10 seconds to go. We can reach up a little bit higher if that suits you. Brilliant. Oh, I kicked him last time. I'm not going to do it now. And walk. Great stuff. Now, what comes after side steps? Everybody's favorite, squat. So really make the effort with this, guys. This is the exercise that is going to keep you functioning well. Good. Because we do this movement all the time. If it hurts the knees, think about reducing the range. Really glue those heels to the floor. Don't let me see this. Okay, down. And use that chair. Use that chair as your guide. Push that bottom towards the back, even if you don't sit down. Use that chair as your guide. Now, if you want to make it harder, grab those weights. It's like, hug them in. Good. Excellent work, guys. Let's just see where we're at. Last one. Walk it out. Good. Now, what comes next? It's the kicks. Kick. Brilliant. Lovely. And it's really nice. See if you can point your toe at the end of this. Good. Keep that strong core. Nice relaxed shoulders. Oh, this is looking good, isn't it, Sam? Brilliant. Okay. You are cooking on gas. You might want to Excellent. Or you may just listen in, guys. Listen to that breathing. Listen to the muscles. Listen to the joints. Good. You know what's right. You know what's not right. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. All right. Now, coming up, we're walking on the spot. This time, we're going to walk with that punch. Good. And we're going to walk back with a punch. So, 4 forwards, forwards. 4 on the spot. 4 back if you can. Don't go too far. Just be careful on the spot. Forwards. On the spot. Backwards. Ball of the foot through to the heel. Forwards. On the spot. Backwards. Ah, this is good. Good. Forwards. On the spot. Backwards. On the spot, guys. On the spot for 3, 2, 1. Okay, ready for that upper body work. Shoulders, upper back, coming up. We've got the lat raise. Down, forward raise. And slowly down, an upright row. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Look straight ahead. Out and down. Forwards. Of course, you can go a little bit faster, but I'm going to keep it nice and slow just to keep you on the right track. Good. I'm going to do it from this angle. Chest is lifted. Brilliant. So we're working the shoulders with the first 2 movements. Then we're really working the upper back. Great stuff. 1 more set of these. Lovely. Keeping those feet moving. And then squeeze. And we're going to walk it out. Now, you can hold on to those tins if you like, because we're going to squat and punch. Remember, we can just walk and punch. But if you can, we're going to just little mini squat and we're going to punch. Little mini squat, punch. So we can punch forwards. We can punch across the body. But just watch out for that back. I'm going to go forwards. Just because we've not done huge amounts of live classes recently. I don't want to push it so that we do something awful. Brilliant, guys. Good. So nice. It's almost like a little bank. Sit down into those heels. Sit down into those heels. Good. Push up through the heels in your feet. Really use those glutes, the big bottom muscles. I'm not saying you've got big bottoms. I'm saying we've all got big muscles there. Good. I'm going to get rid of my tins. And last 2. And hold it there. Walk it out. We are recovering. And then we've got the hamstring curl, guys. 2 more stations to go. Go. Now, remember that lovely movement with the arms. You don't have to do that, okay? If you're feeling, just focus on working these hamstring muscles and that repetitive movement. Just lift the heels, lift the heels. And if you can, keep those knees pointing down to the floor. Just increase the range. And if you're there, if you're feeling like you're on fire, let's add that pulsing movement. Great work, guys. So this upper body movement is just making us work a little bit harder and at the same time really activating the muscles in the back of the arms, the back of the shoulders, upper back. Everyone's a winner. Great stuff. Okay, hold it there. Now we're going to walk it out. We're finishing with those side leg lifts. So we're working these muscles here, particularly useful if you get knee issues, because what we're looking to do is stabilize the pelvis a little bit more. So I've got my chair, I've got the wall for balance, whatever you need, and we're just going to take it out and down. Good. Excellent. So we're going going to do about 8 on one leg, 8 on the other. Something you can do when you're like, oh, did you see that? Did you see me going? No good. 2 more. Brilliant. Now just keep drawing that tummy button in. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then we're going to change sides. You don't actually have to do what I'm doing. I'm making a bit of a meal of that. Good. So just out. Lovely. So focusing. Imagine you've got a spirit level across these hip bones, and as the leg comes out, the red dot is staying there. So the red dot stays in the middle. Last one. Bring it in. Walk it out. Good. Well done, everybody. That is our circuit. Almost done. But we have got a really good cool down, stretching, and we've got a little bit more core and balance work involved in that. Have a sip of water. I'm going to remove the music, she says. Seems a shame. What a face. The face that launched 1,000 ships. So we're going to bring that heart rate down. We're going to bring that heart rate down. If you need that chair to sit down on, that's okay. Use it. Let's just keep the feet moving. Keep the feet moving. So the heart rate is here, so we can move a little bit faster, but not as fast as we were doing in that main workout. And what we're going to do is gradually reduce the range and the speed of those movements. Okay, so let's just open out that chest a minute, and then let's relax the arms down. Let's just think about maybe half range knee lifts. And while we're doing this, remember we said we're going to do a little bit of core work. You might need a bit of support, because every now and again we're going to slow it right down. So you'll have to draw in here, push the supporting foot into the floor, and we're using all your balancing skills, these deep core muscles, to keep you stable. So let's just walk it out a little bit more. Walk it out a bit more. Take that breath in. And as we breathe out, just going to push the arms gently forwards, shoulder level. And as we breathe in, relax those shoulders. Breathe out. And breathe in. Let's just do that one more time. Really be aware of that breath out. And then we're just going to relax those arms down. We're going to take a little knee bend, and then we're going to roll those shoulders up to the ears and back down. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, and that breath out. And then we're going to take those little toe taps forwards. We're going to push that big toe down towards the floor. And we're just gently keeping an eye on that breathing. Just gradually bringing that heart rate down. So remember, you can have some water at any time. Little sips tend to be a little bit better. We're just going to take those little taps out to the side. Nice relaxed shoulders. Slowing it down. We'll just look at making that range just enough to feel that little stretch in the inner thigh, maybe in the hip. Good. One more. Oh, that's brilliant, guys. Okay, let's slide that in. We're going to take that little ankle pedal, and we're going to think about our balance. So find something that you can hold on to, but what we don't want to be doing is holding like this. You need to be able to stand nice and tall. And our first port of call is going to be just lifting those heels off the floor and testing your balance. So we've got our support. Now, if you feel you can leave go of one hand, then you wobble, bring it back. Just think about lifting that chest, looking straight ahead, bring the heels down, walk it out. Good. So that's our first stage of balance. Requires calf strength as well, ankle strength. Really useful one to practice in your own time. Kitchen surface is usually quite good, but don't do it too close to the kettle or a boiling pot. Now, Let's just see if we can take these feet behind us. We're going to bring it into that lower leg stretch, the calf stretch. So remember, you can keep those feet hip width apart, and when this foot comes behind you, we're going to press the heel of that back foot down towards the floor. Stay there. I'm just going to change direction to show you from a different perspective. Okay. Pressing that heel to the floor. Feel that stretch in those calf muscles, and then bring it up. Let's change legs. Okay. Good stuff, guys. So we're taking that foot behind you. You can lean against the wall or the chair if that makes things better for you. Just going to feel that stretch, and we're going to breathe out. Great stuff. Okay, let's bring it in. Gently move those feet. Now we're going to move the feet. Just going to breathe in. We're going to breathe out. So if that means you're actually knocking something, just bring the arms up and bring the arms down as you breathe out. But if we can, let's really open up that upper back. Breathe in, stretch, and draw those shoulder blades down. And then we're going to see if we can let these fingertips meet, and we're going to draw the shoulder blades together. Draw those shoulder blades together. And then we're going to release. We're going to move the feet. And as if we were hugging a nice big balloon, we're going to take those arms here, drop the chin, draw that tummy button in, gently push those hands away from center. And then we're going to open out again. Move those feet. Give me a hug. Oh, thank you. And then relax and just roll those shoulders up and back. Now, we want some support. We're going to do a little bit of balance again. So, like we did with the side leg lifts, you might be holding on with both hands. We're going to draw that tummy button in. We're going to imagine that spirit level across your hip bones and that red dots in the middle. Now, let's see if we can lift one foot off the floor. And if we can hold it for a few seconds, excellent. Okay. Now, let's try it on the other side. Usually one side's better than the other. Remember that spirit level. Red dots in the middle when we start. And as we lift that leg up, that red dot is staying in the middle. Good. Now we're just going to do that again. If we want to challenge a little bit more, we can actually loosen our support. So if you're not wobbling, if you feel safe, you can take one or two hands away. And if you're still not wobbling, see if we can keep that red dot in the middle. Slowly, slowly bring the arms up and slowly, slowly. Oh, I almost went. Bring them down. Good. Let's try it on the other side. Good. So we're standing tall. We're pushing that foot into the floor. Nice long spine. Spirit level on the hips. Red dot in the middle. You don't have to bring the arms in if you have to focus just on bringing that leg up. And bring it down. Good work, everyone. Again, really simple balance exercise, really simple core work. Now, bring those feet a little bit wider. Bring them back to hip width apart. Let's take them a little bit wider again. Let's see if we can walk one hand over that shoulder. Reach down that back. And we're just going to gently, gently push that elbow towards the ceiling. Good. So this is stretch for the triceps and the shoulders, those muscles in the back of the arms. Breathe in. Relax this arm. Draw that tummy button in. Breathe out. Good. And again, don't over egg the custard. Good. Breathe in. Let's do the same on the other side. Good. And we're just going to gently push the elbow towards the ceiling. That's brilliant, guys. And then breathe in. So once we do this, all these muscles between the shoulder and the hip, those muscles of the back, the trunk, they're getting a really nice little stretch. So if you've been doing a lot of gardening or DIY, really nice stretches for you. Okay, let's do those hamstrings. Oh no! So you might want some support. We're going to take one foot in front of the other, and that heel is down. We're just going to sink down into that back of the thigh stretch. So these muscles are the ones we're trying to stretch here. So if you bend that back, you'll just be bending your back muscles. So keep that nice long spine, chest lifted, breathe out. And if you can, breathe in, breathe out, bring it back up. Okay, let's do the same on the other side. Whew. Do you know what I've realised? Little confession here, chums, that my exercise routine relies very much on me being with you, and it's like a trigger. And because we've had problems with IT, my laptop hasn't been with me, so I haven't been able to do so many classes. And it's amazing what you don't do unless you've got that little routine. So bearing that in mind, I'm going to see if I can set up a little bit more of a routine of these classes. Now, we need to stretch out the front of these thighs. So just moving towards something that's going to support you, little few steps. We're going to see if we can squeeze that heel to the bottom. Now, we're going to see if we can keep that bottom in, chest lifted, and if we can increase that stretch by holding onto the heel, onto a sock, onto trousers, or even the front of that foot, great. Now, breathe out, release, and breathe in. Let's see if we can do the same on the other side. So I'm going to have a little look. Don't leave this one out. I know, because I do too. I need you to do it with me. Otherwise, it won't get done. And then we're going to release. Good. Okay, we're going to do one more little core exercise, balance exercise again. Make sure you've got something that you can hold on to. It's tied in with those slow knee lifts. So I've got my chair there. Now, if I want to make this a bit more challenging, but moving, I'm going to bring my hands in front. So you might need to hold onto the chair with one hand. And I'm going to slowly bring the knee and the hand together, and then I'm going to raise that arm up. Okay. Now, if we were to do it with both hands in the air, okay, I'm going to take opposite hand. Now, because it's so slow and controlled, you're really having to use those balance skills. Okay, I'm not quite sure I'm very good at it. I'm going to have to practice for the next time I see you. Excellent work, guys. Another one to practice. Now we're going to find those feet, plant them on the floor, and we're going to finish our session with this breath in. And we're going to push this breath out. And breath in. Focus on that breath, moving into your lungs. That life nourishing you. And then breath out. Give those fingers, give those toes a little wiggle. That was brilliant, guys. So thank you very much. We shall have some more classes next week, and I can't wait for that. I have to say, so enjoyed spending time with you today. Look after yourself this weekend. It is Friday. Sleep well, eat well. You deserve to look after yourself. You deserve the very best. Because when I see you, I want to see that you've been looking after number one, which is you. Okay, so treat yourself, relax, sleep, be active, get the balance, and I'll see you next week. Mwah. All the best. I think I'm going.